These days, there seems to be an increasing commitment to the separation of church and state, whether in the disparagement of Merry Christmas by politicians, civil servants, and the woke folk, in favor of Happy Holidays, or the dictates against religious symbols in the dress code of Quebec's civil servants, and the desire for other provinces to do likewise. Once again, intolerance is raising its ugly head. We should be concerned that religious divisions cause well-intentioned people to not support the right of everyone to their own beliefs or lack of belief, whether expressed in their private or public prayers or standing on a street corner declaiming their faith. That is, as long as what they are saying or preaching does not demean or threaten others who believe differently. We need to be looking at what we have in common, not what divides us. The three great religions of Judaism, Islam, and Christianity have much in common, all being of the line of Abraham and worshiping the God of Abraham. And yet, picking to concentrate on the differences, we dishonor our God. Never has there been a greater need for those faiths to come together and find commonalities to honor. We need to see the hand of God in our face and how we can honor the great lessons of the prophets and the message of Jesus, that we love our common God and honor those who seek to follow him, not be destroying others, but by loving them in his name. I recently read a comment about Queen Elizabeth. She saw through a Christian's eyes, seeing the good in everyone. I believe that to be the challenge of God, that we stop concentrating on the faults of others, but on the goodness of each soul. Surely there is one feature, one trait, one passion that can be found in each person we meet that is worthy of discovering. Just think of the person you most recently met. What appealed to you? What was right and good and true? It doesn't matter whether it was a street person with a kind voice, or a refugee with a gentle touch, or a professor who gave extra time to all students who sought her out, or the parent who cheers everyone on their child's team, or the boss who hires the one who needs the job, or the priest who absolves sin with an understanding heart. The reality is that no human is all good or all bad. When we concentrate on the faults of others, we're displaying a fault of our own. We are not judging others with Christian eyes, but with the eyes of the bigot and the scoundrel. Remember when Jesus was asked about the woman caught in adultery? His answer, "Let the one without sin cast the first stone." The reality is that none of us are perfect. We need to look for the good in ourselves and enhance it, and look for the good in others and embrace it. This is not speaking to those who break the law, whether of God or the state. For acts that harm the peace and harmony of the lives of others, justice must reign for the protection of all. But in human interactions, let us be like the Queen and regard the world with Christian eyes, seeing the good in others rather than their faults. Ultimately, as the Queen reminded us during the pandemic, as dark as death can be, particularly for those suffering with grief, light and life are greater. We have the opportunity to embrace and share light and life and overcome the dangers and the sorrows of life. To that end, we can begin by opening our eyes to those we meet and seek out their goodness and embrace them. And for that I pray, gracious God, show us the way to know that in searching for and embracing the good in everyone, we are embodying your commandment to love our neighbor as ourselves, and let us see also the good in ourselves, that we may share it and grow in confidence of our love for you. So may it be. Amen.